Yeah, so my name is Eyram Tawia, and I'm the CEO of Leti Arts, formerly Leti Games. So Leti Games, Leti Arts, it's an interactive game studio that is building video games and digital comics around African historic figures, bringing them into the 21st century as superheroes to solve African problems, real-time 21st century problems like terrorism and all that.
And you've got something like 50 characters developed now, both heroes and villains. Give me a couple of examples of both heroes and villains.
Yeah, so we have heroes like Shaka Zulu. We have villains like the Somalian pirate. We are developing some greedy presidents. We have heroes like Pharaoh, some fantasy heroes as well, like Rudy, Donald. We have Anansi, who is a god of wisdom from West Africa. And more coming up. We have Nigerian gods like Shango. We have Nzinga from Angola. So we are developing quite some number of historic figures and fantasy characters on the continent.
And you're quite unusual in that you've got a base both here and in Kenya. How did that come about?
So actually, having Ghana and Kenya, because my partner Wesley Kirinya is Kenyan, and also developing an industry as young as gaming in Africa. Developing an industry as young as gaming in Africa has been more beneficial to us having it in the West and the East, because we are able to mobilize skill set from both regions and have a wider sample space to choose from, as well as to distribute our initial games.
And how many people have downloaded the game since you've begun?
Currently we have 50,000 downloads across with Africa's Legends since we launched in early 2014. And that has been actually remarkable because we've not done any marketing, any form of active marketing. We were just testing the market. And now that we've seen that there's hunger for new content, we are now going to the next stage by actually developing strong products around the franchise Africa's Legends.
And you've got a Kickstarter campaign starting
in March next year.
And what will that be to raise money for?
So we are building the next phase of our video game around the Africa's Legends, where you can play to unlock your heroes and use your heroes in an active battle, like a Mortal Kombat style battle. So you play a strategy game based on African tribes, and you unlock your heroes as commanders, and you use these heroes to battle each other in a real-time fighter game. So this game will be a mobile game across all major platforms, and that's what the crowdfunding is for.
And you've very much got a multimedia vision, haven't you? Because you also do comic books. And you want to do animation.
Yes.
So describe the comic books.
So the comic books are actually digitally consumed, so you can get it from Comixology now. We have Anansi on Comixology, and we have our own interactive app. And the whole idea about our app is to put more feel in the story that you consume. So there's music, background sound, there's effects. So if you download our Africa's Legends app from the Windows Play Store or from the Google Play Store, you can experience more than the traditional reading on Comixology. Comixology is the true comic that you just read for the geeks who just want to read the text instead of experience it in an interactive way. And it's also a way of us introducing new ways of storytelling. So you don't necessarily have to do a movie in order to have speech and effects in your storytelling, but you can have a minimized interactive form as how we've demonstrated it in our app.